Isaiah, just as you've been able to just kind of reflect on the last couple of games, what was that experience like for you?
It was a really good experience. You know, being out there in those type of, you know, high stakes games, the energy is immaculate, and so just being out there with the guys, being able to fight and put everything on the line. You know, we fought real hard in those games, and you can't really ask for much more.
And just looking at when you joined this team after training camp and the growth that you've made this season, just what is this season and this opportunity with the Thunder meant to you?
It's meant a lot. I think everybody that plays this game is playing for a reason, and whatever that reason may be. I think OKC has done a really good job of, you know, implementing me into their system. Whenever I first got here, they welcomed me with open arms. All the guys, we all got acquainted really fast. I think this team, as a whole, we just have a bond that's very strong, and I'm really thankful for, you know, the opportunity that they've given me.
Was it surreal joining a team that had Jay Will on it?
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna lie, it didn't hit me right away, like how rare something like that is for, you know, to team up with a former teammate. But you know, after a while, it's just like, wow, we're really in this thing together. And you know, who knows where the future may take us, but this right here, the memories that we made with this team will forever be cherished.
I know that a lot of Thunder fans, when they think about you, they first think about that Mavericks game. Does that game just like stick out in your head as well?
I mean, I'll be lying if I said it wasn't. But for sure, everybody's looking for opportunity in this league, and you know, stepping on that court with around 6 minutes left in the game. In my mind, we still had a game to win, so just going out there and laying everything on the line and let the results, you know, do the rest. But definitely was a fun game, you know, just feeling the energy, getting it done with the team.
Do you think playing closer to home helped with the comfortability on the court?
I mean, when I'm on the court, nothing else really matters. But definitely, I think what I will say is playing close to home is really good to be able to have like my family come to a lot of games. They were able to make almost all the home games, which is kind of like when I played back in college. They were able to come to all my home games then, so that's really refreshing. What is comfortable though is Oklahoma is a lot like Arkansas, so it's kind of like home for me. Everything is about the same speed. Don't have to worry about traffic. It's pretty open here, you know, suburb areas, so that's pretty nice.
What are some things you want to work on and improve on this offseason?
Yeah, I think for me, first off, you know, keep the main thing, being able to shoot that rock. But other than that, I want to really work on my strength, you know, durability and endurance, so you know I can withstand a full season of 82 plus postseason. So I think that's going to be, you know, my main focus going into this offseason.
What was it like playing for Mark?
Mark is he's a hell of a coach, and I think he does a really good job of, you know, relating to the players, and you know, he knows how to get each and every player going, and he does a really good job of making adjustments and, you know, just giving guys opportunity. So he's a tremendous coach, and I think he's got a bright coaching future ahead of him still.
Jay already said he wants to play golf against you. You still have it, and can you beat him?
Of course, I still have it. I mean, maybe not to this how I used to, but you give me a couple weeks of practice, I'll be pretty sharp. But definitely gonna take him up on that challenge. There's been a few guys who already kind of challenged me, so I got a lot of golf ahead of me this summer.
Isaiah, there's been some controversy here in the exit interviews that people think that Shai's Instagram captions are not Shai's words. What do you think about that? Do you believe Shai, or do you think it's a ghostwriter?
No, I believe there is. If anybody knows Shai, they know that he's creative. He's got a very creative mind, and I think, you know, when he sits down and he thinks of a caption, it's kind of it probably got to the point where it's like second nature to him, you know. Now he may have somebody in his ear here and there, but I think for the most part he's doing most of the deal.
Trey and Aaron say that it's Drake that's in his ear.
You said what?
Travian and Aaron Wiggins say that it's Drake in his ear.
It's Drake?
That's what they think.
Could be. You know, hey, I'm not in his circle like that. So, I mean, if it is, kudos to him. Bottom line is they're great captions, and the fans love it. So whoever's doing it, continue.
Do you have a favorite one?
I don't necessarily have a favorite one, but my favorite thing about his captions is most definitely J-Dub's interactions. I think a lot of people can attest to that, so that's pretty cool to see. His interaction with every caption.
He really ties it all together.
Yeah, he does. So if you're ever confused about one of those captions, just go in the comment section, find Jalen Dub. He's gonna dumb it down for you for sure.
What was your perspective of the Thunder before you got here, and then how did that change as you kind of melded into the team?
Before coming here, definitely a rebuilding team, young team, a team that's full of opportunity. Coming here, actually, when I first got here and we started playing, once we saw what we could do on the floor, it's like instead of being this young team that nobody expected much from, we become a team that's like, hey, we can actually play for something, and I think that just speaks volumes on the players, the coaching staff, the strides that we made over the course of the season, to be able to say that we can do a lot more than what everybody else expects. So it's definitely my perspective on the team changed just a little bit over the course of the season for sure.
Isaiah, you mentioned keeping the main thing with your shooting, but at the same time, you've had the opportunity to really expand your role and opportunities on the team this season, going from a guy just shooting corner threes to off the catch to now, like last night, you had a big dunk. How do you balance that of keeping the main thing and expanding your game?
Yeah, it's just all about being more than one-dimensional. Like you said, I've been able to showcase other aspects of my game, which is stuff that I'm continually working on for sure. Offensively and defensively, you have to be able to guard your man, or it's hard to find a spot on the court. So just other things that I really look into before stepping on the court, and then just paying really close detail to all the little things that help you stay out on the floor. So yes, keep the main thing like you said, but continue to work on everything else so you're just not one-dimensional.
I guess technically you're just over the average age of this team. So being one of the older members of the
That's
team.
weird. That's weird to hear.
Yeah, I just ended your third year. I know you're not really thinking about, maybe post-basketball plans, but what may you be interested in going into after your career or during your career? It could be something during your career.
Hopefully we have a lot longer career ahead of us, but afterwards, I don't know. I feel like I would want to stay in sports in some way, shape, or form. So maybe an agent, who knows? I think when that time comes, I'll be much more decisive, but could be leaning towards that way.
And then what do you like most about being in the NBA? Outside the money.
Yeah, I mean it's a dream. It's honestly a dream come true. It's a very small percentage of people get to make it to this point in their life. So just to be able to play a sport that I've been playing since I was born, it's like it doesn't even feel like a job. I'm out here doing my my lifelong love is to play basketball. So just grinding with the guys, getting wins, continue to get better as a player, as a person. Basketball has a lot more to offer than just on court. It really teaches you how to be a man. And so I definitely, want to thank basketball. I want to thank the opportunities that it's given me in life. So for sure.
Most definitely. Then what's the hardest aspect of being an NBA player? It doesn't have to be on the court, but just being an NBA player. What makes it hard?
Let's see. I think for a lot of people, not necessarily for me per se, but I think one of the toughest things when people get to the league is that you really got to learn how to manage your money and your time, because you're gonna have a lot of it. So I think on court, it's kind of, if you made it this far on the court, it's kind of second nature every time you step out there. Once the ball just tips in the air, you may have some nerves, but once the game gets flowing, same basketball you always played.
Isaiah, what was your impression of Shea before you got here, and then did it change or evolve as you got to know him?
I mean, even before I got here, I knew Shea was a hell of a player. You know, seen him play a few times before coming here. So definitely when I got here, he just kind of carried on the same narrative that, you know, already had of him. He's a great player, and I think he's just going to continue to, you know, prove people wrong and just continue to open eyes and continue to shine like he's always done.
Anybody else?
Thanks, Isaiah.
Have a good one.